It was one thing to read some flowery hymn of praise to the Laurel Canyon idol, but it was quite another to rise at dawn, bunk off school, and get the morning train to Manchester to be the first in line at the box office to get Joni Mitchell tickets. The shock of hearing the songs from Blue live for the first time several months before they were released on record meant that my friends and I stayed for all of the encores, missing the last train back to Liverpool, and had to spend every last penny we had on a 40-mile taxi ride home, still having to wake up our parents upon arrival to make up the balance of our fare. When Blue was finally released, we gathered at a house on Cantrell Farm, an estate on the edge of Liverpool, and not exactly a place where you lingered after dark. Another pal of mine, called Tony Tremarco, lived there. I remember thinking his parents were great because they seemed to live feast or famine style, having parties or going on holiday when the money came in from his dad's work, or maybe it was just an impression I got because there hadn't been any family parties in my house since I'd been a teenager. In any case, we had the house to ourselves. Tony's girlfriend, Anne, had a pal named Geraldine who would even up the numbers on our outings to Manchester, but would never quite call it a date. We all gathered around the record player and drank coffee and listened to every word and note of Blue over and over again until dawn. There were no romantic ideas that I could have offered Geraldine that would have sounded half as transporting and as abject as those coming out of the speakers. I wondered what it really felt like to drink a case of someone. It surely didn't feel like the chill of fatigue, disappointment, and the jitters brought on by the instant coffee as the sun came up. Tony even got Rusty a gig playing at his cousin's wedding, but our original songs and West Coast classics were not really what the older relations had in mind. They were dismayed when we admitted that we didn't know Spanish Eyes or The Last Waltz by Engelbert, and we had to quickly rustle up a medley of Chuck Berry songs in order to satisfy the dancers.